name's Brittany, and this is my pet peeve speech on bullying. By a show of hands, how many parents in the room can say that their child is being bullied in school? Okay. And by a show of hands, how many parents can say that when they're picking their child up from school or visiting for a school event like play, they've seen another child being bullied and there is no teacher around to stop and prevent this from happening? Okay. Walk through any hallway in school and I'm sure you will see or hear a kid being bullied. There are many types and forms of bullying, and unfortunately with the advances in technology, victims of bullying have no real escape. Robin Kowalski, an expert in bullying, describes it as aggressive behavior that is intentional and involves an imbalance of power or strength. In 2010, she collected data from 250,000 students across the U.S. and found that 17% of those students admitted they were bullied 2 or more times a month. In life, you will always come across a bully, but being able to walk away, kill them with kindness, and being able to talk to somebody are great ways in dealing with a bully. I'm going to tell a story about a girl I grew up with in high school, and her name was Mary Sue. Mary Sue came from a family who had everything they needed, but not everything they wanted. They had the roof over their head, a warm home in the winter, and a cool home in the summer. But it wasn't everything they wanted in life. Mary Sue didn't have the hip and in thing of clothes. She, in middle school, didn't have the best cell phone. She had what she needed in a phone. And in high school, her parents couldn't go out and just buy her a car, and this resulted in her still taking the bus to school. Rumors were spread about Mary Sue. She was called names. She was insulted. People would take her lunch out of her locker and spread it through the school and make her feel horrible inside. In 2010, Mary Sue took her life. Her parents never got the real justice that they deserved for her because there was no proof of bullying for 10 years almost. Mary Sue never talked about her bullying to anybody. She had no real friends. Mary Sue didn't want to bother her parents with the inconvenience of her being bullied in school. So she kept it to herself. Karen Harp, an expert in bullying, found that in 2012 to 2013 school year, 22% of students between the ages of 12 and 18 were bullied in school. While there's many types of different forms, the more common ways are being made fun of, called names, or insulted. The most common way of a bully to get to you is they spread rumors about you. And they can even push, shove, trip, and spit on you. The least common ways and ways that you might not see or forced to do things they didn't want to do or threatened them with harm. They excluded them from activity on purpose, and they even destroyed their own personal property. It's no shock how often bullying occurs at school every day, but having the proper ideas on how to deal with a bully is the best. I think no matter how old you are, being able to walk away from a bully and be the bigger person is the best way. Engaging with a bully can make matters worse. Kids should be taught at a young age to walk away from a bully instead of retaliating and acting the same way. Professor Davis, an expert at the University of Michigan, teaches that the youth should walk away from a bully. If you teach them at a young age, when they get older, they will still walk away when they're supposed to instead of retaliating. I know that when I'm put into a situation where I'm being pushed to my limits, I'm being egged on, I walk away because it will result in the bully becoming bored and they will have nothing better to do. The second way I think you can deal with a bully is to kill them with kindness. Now, I'm not telling you to teach your kids to go out and kill their bully. It's just a figure of speech. In recent research by Robin Kowalski, she found that physical bullying isn't happening as much as emotional bullying. I think that no matter how hard the bully is trying to hurt your feelings, being able to be kind back will eventually help. Since bullies don't physically harm as much, it will be easier to escape a bully by just being nice back. The bully will eventually be bored and not want to continue harassing their victim. It's a good tactic that when a bully is starting to test the waters and how far they can attack, the victim learns to reply with a nice comment, a smile, and walk away. The last way, and the very best way I think that you can deal with a bully, is to find someone to talk about. As a kid, the best thing you can do when you're getting bullied is to tell an adult. Karen Harp, an expert in bullying, found that 50 to 75% of children and youth do not tell school personnel but are more likely to tell their parents. If they don't want to tell their parents, they can tell a teacher or other adults in their lives that they feel comfortable with. Having a good friend that you are close with is also a nice way to talk to somebody about your bully. As kids grow into teenagers and teenagers grow into adults, it is still the best practice to find someone to talk to. The people they might turn to might not be their teachers or their parents, but it can be a boss, a friend, a spouse, or someone they feel like they can trust in dealing with the problem. Some kids don't like having to go to someone to talk about their problems because they fear the retaliation and fear that adults will blame them. And I know it can be hard, but I think everyone should go home and teach their kid wits to walk away, ignore, talk it out, and to seek help. While there's not a foolproof method in dealing with a bully, a combination of utilizing all of these solutions seem to be the best way in dealing with one. Imagine the lack of confidence a bully would have if the kid was able to show them that they are not being affected anymore. I am by far not an expert in bullying and how to deal with one, but the 3 ways that I have discussed today, walking away, killing them with kindness, and having someone to talk about it to, like seeking help, can be the best ways to teach your kids. Thank you.